Legendary gospel singer Cissy Houston, the two-time Grammy winner and mother of Whitney Houston, died yesterday in her New Jersey home at age 91.
The entertainment world is buzzing with fresh rumors about the legendary Whitney Houston, known for her extraordinary voice and unforgettable hits. Whispers now suggest she may have an unexpected connection to another famous personality. Adding weight to these claims, Whitney's mother, Cissy Houston, has reportedly confirmed the speculation.
My son called me.
Gary called.
Yeah.
This revelation has sparked curiosity. What exactly are these rumors? What did Cissy say? And who is the notable figure linked to Whitney? Fans are eager to uncover the truth behind this intriguing story. Let's dive in and explore the details behind these surprising claims surrounding Whitney Houston's legacy. Before exploring these rumors, it's important to understand how Whitney Houston grew into the iconic woman we all remember, and how her journey connects to these recent revelations. The life and legacy of the iconic Whitney Houston. Whitney Elizabeth Houston, born on August 9, 1963, and tragically passing away on February 11, 2012, was a remarkable American icon whose talents spanned singing, record production, acting, film production, and philanthropy. Widely hailed as the Voice, Whitney is recognized as one of the greatest vocalists in music history, having sold over 220 million records worldwide, making her one of the best-selling music artists of all time. Her influence on the music world is undeniable. Her powerful, soulful voice, combined with her gospel roots and pop sensibility, created a unique sound that inspired generations of artists and set a new standard for vocal performance. Whitney's career was marked by extraordinary achievements. She scored 11 #1 singles on the Billboard Hot 100, including an unmatched streak of 7 consecutive chart toppers, a record in itself. But her success wasn't limited to music alone. Whitney made a seamless transition to acting, broadening her appeal beyond the recording studio. Over the years, her work earned her a multitude of accolades: 8 Grammy Awards, 22 American Music Awards, 2 Emmy Awards, and a staggering 30 Guinness World Records. She was also inducted into several prestigious halls of fame, including the Grammy Hall of Fame, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and the Rhythm and Blues Music Hall of Fame, cementing her legacy in the industry. Whitney's journey began in Newark, New Jersey, where she was raised in a deeply musical environment. Singing in the New Hope Baptist Church as a child, she developed her vocal talent early. By high school, Whitney was working as a background singer and also gained attention as a teen model, notably becoming one of the first black women to appear on the cover of Seventeen magazine in 1981. Her big break came under the guidance of Clive Davis, chairman of Arista Records, who signed her to a record deal when she was just 19 years old. This partnership led to the release of her debut album Whitney Houston in 1985, followed by Whitney in 1987, both albums hitting #1 on the Billboard 200 and spawning hit singles that would become classics. One of Whitney Houston's most unforgettable moments came in 1991 when she performed The Star-Spangled Banner at Super Bowl Pete. Her stirring rendition captured the hearts of millions and received widespread praise, solidifying her reputation as a powerful live performer. Her impact extended beyond just music. Whitney's foray into film was marked by her debut in The Bodyguard, 1992, a romantic thriller that, despite mixed critical reviews, became the 10th highest-grossing film of its time. The soundtrack for The Bodyguard was a monumental success, winning the Grammy Award for Album of the Year and remaining the best-selling soundtrack in history. It featured multiple hit singles such as I Have Nothing, I'm Every Woman, and the iconic I Will Always Love You. The latter track won the Grammy Award for Record of the Year, spending an astonishing 14 weeks atop the Billboard Hot 100 and becoming the best-selling single ever by a female artist. Beyond her singing and acting, Whitney also ventured into film production, contributing to projects like The Princess Diaries, The Cheetah Girls, and remakes like Cinderella, 1997, and Sparkle, 2012. Her involvement in these productions highlighted her versatility and commitment to the entertainment industry. Whitney Houston's legacy is one of immense talent, trailblazing success, and lasting influence. Her powerful voice and charismatic presence reshaped the landscape of popular music and inspired countless performers who followed. Despite her shining career, Whitney's life also held complexities and challenges, leaving room for mysteries and untold stories. As we reflect on her phenomenal journey, new rumors and revelations continue to surface, suggesting that there may be more to Whitney Houston's story than meets the eye. Stay tuned as we explore these intriguing insights that have recently come to light about one of the most beloved figures in music history. Whitney's family. Secrets and rumors surrounding her birth. Mom. In recent times, intriguing rumors have been making their rounds about Whitney Houston's family history. Secrets that seem almost too sensational to be true, resembling the plot twists of a Hollywood drama. At the heart of these whispers is the suggestion that Teresa Graves, the iconic actress best known for her role as the trailblazing detective in the TV series Get Christie Love, could actually be Whitney Houston's biological mother. Yes, the very same Teresa Graves, whose talent and charisma captivated audiences decades ago. This claim might sound like something pulled straight from a tabloid or an urban legend, but stranger things have happened within the labyrinthine corridors of the entertainment industry, where personal lives often remain as mysterious as their on-screen characters. What adds more fuel to this fire is that Cissy Houston, Whitney's known mother, who has largely stayed out of the spotlight in recent years, has reportedly stepped forward to acknowledge and confirm the speculation that had been quietly circulating for a long time. What's fascinating about this theory is not just the sensational nature of the claim, but also the undeniable physical resemblance between Teresa Graves and Whitney Houston. Observers and fans alike have pointed out that the two women share striking similarities, from the shape of their eyes to their smiles and facial structures. Is this simply an astonishing coincidence? Or could there be a deeper truth hidden beneath these parallels? Some suggest there might be a secret bond or connection beyond mere chance. Adding another layer to the mystery, there have been whispers that Teresa and Cissy Houston were acquainted or involved in each other's lives at some point in the past, a detail that could explain why such a significant secret has remained under wraps for so many years. How could such a revelation remain concealed for so long? The answer lies in the complexities of family dynamics, privacy, and perhaps the pressures of fame and societal judgment at the time. This intrigue continues to captivate those fascinated by celebrity histories and the human stories behind public personas. Keep reading as we delve deeper into the life of Teresa Graves, the woman at the center of these rumors, her remarkable journey, and the tragedy that marked the end of her life. Teresa Graves Whitney's alleged mom. Teresa Graves grew up without extravagant luxuries or wealth, but she possessed something remarkable within her, a spark that illuminated the world. Born in Houston, Texas in 1948, Teresa was the youngest in her family, and life wasn't always smooth sailing. During that time, societal divisions were based on skin color, and as an African American, Teresa encountered unjust obstacles and limited opportunities. However, Teresa refused to be deterred. Even as a young girl, she enjoyed entertaining and bringing joy to others. Whenever an opportunity to perform arose, Teresa eagerly seized it, radiating like a bright star. Despite their modest means, her parents recognized her talent and wholeheartedly supported her, providing her with love and unwavering belief. As Teresa matured, she continued to pursue her dreams relentlessly. Whenever an opportunity to perform arose, she eagerly embraced it. Teresa participated in school plays and local shows, pouring her heart into each performance. Her charm and innate talent for acting did not go unnoticed. Then, a remarkable moment unfolded as Teresa secured her breakthrough on television. She graced shows like the Smothers Brothers Comedy Hour and Laugh-In, showcasing her acting prowess to a wider audience. But the pinnacle of her success came when she landed the role of Christy Love, an undercover detective brimming with intelligence and sass. This role wasn't just another acting gig, it was revolutionary. Teresa made history as the first African-American woman to lead a crime drama series with Get Christy Love. The show wasn't merely entertainment, it served as a catalyst for change. Christy Love wasn't a damsel in distress like every other Hollywood tale. This time around, she was the one doing the rescuing. Teresa shattered stereotypes, demonstrating that Black women could be resilient, brilliant, and influential. Viewers from all walks of life tuned in to witness Teresa's empowering portrayal. She wasn't just an actress, she became a symbol of hope, inspiring individuals everywhere to pursue their aspirations. Teresa Graves didn't just illuminate screens as an actress, she ignited a spark in the hearts of millions. Teresa's struggles and resilience. Teresa Graves's life was a blend of highs and lows, marked by both personal and professional challenges. Over the years, she experienced 2 marriages. Her first marriage to Richard Hooker ended in separation, but she never lost hope in finding lasting happiness. In 1974, Teresa married James Randolph, and their relationship endured until her untimely passing. Although Teresa did not have children of her own, she was deeply devoted to her family and close friends. They provided her with love and unwavering support, helping her navigate the ups and downs of life. The moments she shared with them were filled with joy, laughter, and comfort. Outside of her acting career, Teresa found joy in several hobbies that enriched her life. She loved reading, often getting lost in books that fueled her imagination. Music was another passion. She had a beautiful singing voice that brought peace and comfort to her soul. Her spirituality also played an important role, offering her strength and guidance through life's unexpected challenges. Despite her talents and determination, Teresa's path was far from easy. As a Black woman working in the entertainment industry during the 1960s and 1970s, she faced significant obstacles. Racism and discrimination were constant hurdles that threatened to overshadow her abilities. Still, Teresa refused to let these barriers define her. Instead, she became a symbol of resilience and hope, proving that true talent transcends racial limitations. One of the most difficult moments in Teresa's career came when her groundbreaking show, Get Christy Love, was suddenly canceled in 1975. Although the show was successful and well-received, its early cancellation was a heavy blow. Yet, true to her spirit, Teresa quickly recovered from this setback. She remained determined, seeking new roles and opportunities to continue pursuing her dreams. Her resilience and strength left a lasting impression on those who admired her, inspiring many to overcome their own challenges. The tragic and premature passing of Teresa Graves. After the groundbreaking success of Get Christy Love, Teresa Graves continued to dedicate herself to the world of acting. Although she never quite recaptured the prominence of her role as the sharp, charismatic detective Christy Love, her passion for the craft remained unwavering. She took on a variety of roles in popular television shows such as The Love Boat and Fantasy Island, both of which were staples of TV entertainment during the late 1970s and 1980s. However, none of these roles carried the same weight or cultural significance as her detective character, which had made history as one of the first African-American women to lead a crime drama series. Despite this, Teresa's determination to stay relevant and active in the entertainment industry never faltered. She even expanded her horizons by venturing into theater, exploring new avenues to express her talent and connect with audiences. As time went on, Teresa's priorities began to shift. Rather than solely focusing on fame or commercial success, she increasingly devoted herself to philanthropy and community work. This transition marked a new chapter in her life, where helping others became as important as pursuing personal career goals. Teresa's compassion and generosity were well known among those close to her, and she invested considerable time and energy into charitable causes, using her influence to make a positive difference in people's lives. Her dedication to altruism added a profound layer to her legacy, showing that her impact extended far beyond the screen. Teresa was admired not just for her acting skills, but also for the kindness and warmth she showed to everyone she encountered. Those who knew her personally speak of her as a true friend and role model, someone who inspired others not only through her professional achievements, but also through her genuine care and integrity. Her ability to uplift and encourage others was a defining feature of her character, and it earned her lasting respect in both the entertainment world and the communities she served. Tragically, in 2002, Teresa's life was cut short in a devastating house fire caused by a malfunctioning heater. Despite valiant rescue efforts, she succumbed to smoke inhalation, leaving behind a profound sense of loss among her family, friends, fans, and colleagues. Her passing was mourned deeply, but it also sparked renewed appreciation for her groundbreaking contributions to Hollywood and the inspiration she provided for generations of performers and viewers alike. While she never reached superstardom following Get Christie Love, Teresa's influence remained significant and enduring, cementing her place as a trailblazer who helped open doors for African-American actresses in television. Whispers and a shocking revelation. During the 1960s and 1970s, a period marked by intense social change and the rise of civil rights movements in the United States, music played a critical role in both cultural expression and social activism. Soul, gospel, and R&B genres flourished during this time, giving voice to struggles and hopes in the African-American community and beyond. Both Teresa Graves and Whitney Houston emerged during this transformative era, initially carving out careers rooted in music. Teresa, before shifting her focus to acting, was a passionate singer, deeply connected to the soulful sounds that defined the era. Whitney Houston, known for her stunning vocal prowess and emotive delivery, became a symbol of the era's musical richness. Amidst their careers, an intriguing rumor began to surface, one that suggested Teresa Graves might actually be Whitney Houston's biological mother. This sensational claim captivated public imagination because it connected two iconic figures whose talents and backgrounds seemed intertwined. Teresa Graves, famous for her acting breakthroughs, and Whitney Houston, a powerhouse vocalist, were said to share not just musical talent, but a deeply personal, secret connection. Although no concrete evidence has ever been presented to confirm this claim, whispers and innuendos from within the music and entertainment industries fueled the speculation. Celebrity rumors often spread quickly, and this was no exception. The suggestion struck a chord with many who were fascinated by the possibility of a hidden family tie between two beloved stars. This secrecy around personal lives was not unusual during that time, especially for Black women in the entertainment industry. Whitney and Teresa both faced enormous pressures to maintain a certain image while navigating a landscape rife with racial discrimination and societal expectations. Concealing personal details was often a protective strategy, guarding against scandals or controversies that could damage their careers. This context helps explain why such a rumor could persist in the shadows for so long, without public confirmation or denial. Industry insiders hinted at a strong, possibly familial bond between Teresa and Whitney through subtle cues, private conversations, interviews with carefully worded remarks, and remarks from fellow artists who seemed to acknowledge an unspoken connection. Yet, the two women never publicly addressed these rumors, leaving the public to wonder. Whitney's struggles and challenges in the industry. Whitney Houston's extraordinary talent alone cannot fully explain the immense fame and lasting impact she achieved throughout her life. Her journey was filled with breathtaking triumphs as well as heartbreaking struggles, creating a narrative that deeply resonated with millions around the world. While her unmatched vocal ability and artistic brilliance elevated her to the status of a global icon, it was her personal trials, often exposed in the relentless spotlight of fame, that made her feel human, vulnerable, and profoundly relatable. These layers of complexity are part of what continues to captivate audiences and fuel fascination with her legacy. Adding even more intrigue to Whitney's story is the speculated connection to Teresa Graves, a rumor that deepened the mystique surrounding her identity. To truly grasp why this speculation gained such traction, it is important to understand the importance of lineage and legacy in the music and entertainment industries. In these worlds, dynasties often form, where talent and fame are passed down through generations, creating family legacies that encompass not only extraordinary gifts, but also intense pressures. Families like the Jacksons, the Barrymores, and the Red Graves illustrate this phenomenon vividly. Their stories reveal a rich tapestry woven from ambition, artistic achievements, personal hardships, and victories that span decades, and sometimes even centuries. Being part of such a dynasty involves far more than just sharing genetic material. It means inheriting a legacy, along with all the accompanying challenges, expectations, and sometimes burdens that come with belonging to a family known for its public prominence. For Whitney Houston, this pressure was constant and multifaceted. She was not just a phenomenal singer, she was also the daughter of Cissy Houston, a renowned gospel singer, the cousin of Dionne Warwick, a celebrated artist in her own right, and, according to persistent rumors, the biological daughter of Teresa Graves. Each of these connections carried its own set of expectations, comparisons, and preconceived notions from both the industry and the public. This rumored lineage opened up alternative ways to view and interpret Whitney's life story. Every obstacle she encountered, every awe-inspiring vocal performance she delivered, and every choice she made could be reconsidered within the context of this supposed familial bond. For many fans, the idea that Whitney might have a hidden connection to Teresa Graves added a new depth to their understanding of her, making her story feel even more profound and multidimensional. It underscored the notion that talent in entertainment is often intertwined with family history, relationships, and the weight of inherited legacies. Yet, the effect of these rumors was far from straightforward or universally accepted. While many were fascinated by the possibility of this secret connection, others viewed the speculation with skepticism and caution. Some critics argued that focusing on rumored family ties risked overshadowing Whitney's own individual journey and accomplishments. They believed that the stories told about lineage could sometimes detract from recognizing the artist as a singular force who achieved greatness through her own talent, hard work, and dedication. Indeed, the music industry, and show business at large, often functions as a microcosm where storytelling sometimes blurs the lines between reality and myth. The lives of artists, both on and off stage, become narratives that fans emotionally invest in and try to make sense of. This phenomenon is not unique to Whitney Houston, but is part of a broader pattern where personal histories become entwined with public personas, adding layers of drama and intrigue to the already demanding world of fame. In Whitney's case, the speculation about her connection to Teresa Graves added an additional layer of complexity to the public's perception of her. It highlighted the complicated ways in which family, identity, and legacy influence the trajectories of artists, especially those who come from prominent musical lineages. The rumor itself, whether true or not, spoke to a cultural fascination with roots and origins, particularly in an industry where familial connections often play a significant role in shaping opportunities and expectations. Moreover, the rumor reflected the broader challenges Whitney faced throughout her life and career. Beneath her polished, powerhouse performances lay a woman grappling with immense personal pressures, expectations to live up to her family's legacy, the demands of global superstardom, and the harsh scrutiny of the media. The weight of these burdens made her moments of vulnerability all the more poignant, revealing a deeply human story behind the legend. Ultimately, Whitney Houston's legacy is a blend of her unparalleled artistic contributions and the compelling, sometimes painful, human story behind them. The speculation about her connection to Teresa Graves may never be fully confirmed or disproven, but it serves as a reminder of how intertwined talent, family, and identity can be in the world of entertainment. More importantly, it points to why Whitney remains an enduring figure in popular culture, not only because of her remarkable voice, but because of the rich, complicated, and deeply moving narrative her life represented. Her story invites reflection on the ways in which celebrity and lineage can shape, define, and sometimes complicate the paths of extraordinary individuals. For fans and observers alike, Whitney Houston continues to be a symbol of both dazzling success and profound humanity, embodying the complexities of fame, family, and the relentless pursuit of artistic greatness. Whitney's marital struggles and substance use. Despite achieving remarkable success in both music and film, Whitney Houston's personal struggles increasingly began to eclipse her professional accomplishments. Her 2002 studio album, Just Whitney, was met with mixed reviews and came at a time when the media was heavily focused on her public battles with substance abuse and the challenges within her tumultuous marriage to singer Bobby Brown. These highly publicized reports of substance use and domestic difficulties cast a long shadow over her artistic achievements, thrusting her private pain into the harsh glare of public scrutiny. After her eventual divorce from Brown, Whitney staged a powerful comeback. In 2009, she released I Look to You, her final studio album, which soared to the top of the Billboard 200 chart, marking a triumphant return to the music scene. Despite the ups and downs in her personal life, Whitney's voice remained her most lasting and revered legacy. With a vocal range that was both vast and precise, combined with impeccable technical skill, she set a benchmark that influenced a new generation of artists, including Mariah Carey and Beyoncé. Her extraordinary singing ability earned her the admiration of fans and fellow musicians alike, securing her place as one of the greatest vocalists of all time. Beyond music, Whitney also demonstrated impressive versatility as an actress. She starred in several notable films such as The Bodyguard and Waiting to Exhale, which allowed her to showcase a depth and range that went far beyond her vocal talents. These roles helped solidify her position as a multi-talented entertainer who could captivate audiences not only through song, but also on the silver screen. What truly distinguished Whitney Houston, however, was not just her immense talent, but her compassionate spirit. Despite the many obstacles she faced, she remained committed to philanthropy, dedicating significant time and effort to various causes close to her heart. She was a passionate advocate for children's welfare and often supported marginalized communities, using her platform to raise awareness and provide assistance where it was needed most. Whitney's generosity and kindness made her beloved not only for her artistic contributions, but also for her humanitarian efforts. Tragic death and funeral. Tragedy struck in February 2012 when Whitney Houston was found dead in a bathtub at the Beverly Hilton Hotel. The official reports concluded that she had accidentally drowned, with heart disease and substance use identified as contributing factors. Her sudden passing came on the eve of the 2012 Grammy Awards, leading to a global outpouring of grief from fans, fellow artists, and the music industry at large. In the wake of her death, there was a significant surge in sales and streams of her music, a testament to the enduring impact of her artistry. A private memorial service was held on February 18, 2012, at Whitney's home church, the New Hope Baptist Church in Newark, New Jersey. Though originally planned to last 2 hours, the service extended to 4, reflecting the depth of emotion and the number of people wishing to pay their respects. The service featured heartfelt performances by renowned artists including Stevie Wonder, Cissy Houston, Alicia Keys, Kim Burrell, and R. Kelly. These tributes were interwoven with hymns sung by the church choir, creating a moving atmosphere of remembrance. Several close friends and associates of Whitney also spoke, including her longtime record producer Clive Davis, actor Kevin Costner, music director Ricky Minor, her cousin Dionne Warwick, and Ray Watson, who had served as her security guard for over a decade. Notably, Aretha Franklin was expected to perform but was unable to attend. Bobby Brown, Whitney's ex-husband, was present but left shortly after the service began. The following day, on February 19, 2012, Whitney Houston was laid to rest at Fairview Cemetery in Westfield, New Jersey, beside her father, John Russell Houston, who had passed away in 2003. Whitney Houston was far more than just a singer. She was a powerhouse whose voice had the ability to move souls and whose life story inspired millions across the globe. Her death became one of the most widely viewed and talked about entertainment events in recent television history, leaving a profound and lasting impact on her fans worldwide. Reflecting the magnitude of her success, her estate was valued at an estimated $250 million, accumulated over a distinguished 25-year career filled with groundbreaking achievements. Whitney Houston's extraordinary life and legacy continue to be celebrated and remembered. Her story was immortalized in the 2022 biographical film I Wanna Dance with Somebody, which introduced her incredible journey to new generations and honored the artist whose voice and spirit remain unforgettable. Could these rumors be true? Despite widespread rumors, there was no concrete evidence linking Teresa to Whitney as her biological mother. No DNA tests, no hidden letters, and no admissions were ever presented. However, this lack of proof didn't quash the rumors. Instead, it added a layer of mystery, increasing the intrigue surrounding the story. Some believed the rumor wasn't just celebrity gossip, but a deliberate attempt to smear Whitney's reputation, a tactic often seen in the competitive music industry where artists face pressures of performance and rivalry. Whispers of secret affairs always attract attention, especially when involving two music icons, adding to the allure of the tale. Both women, immensely talented in their own right, left indelible marks on the world. Teresa shattered barriers in television, while Whitney dominated the music industry. While they may share resemblances, it doesn't confirm any familial ties. Regardless of their relationship, Teresa Graves and Whitney Houston left enduring legacies, demonstrating the capabilities of Black women in entertainment. Teresa paved the way for others, and Whitney set a standard with her extraordinary voice and presence. While they may not be biologically related, they will forever be celebrated as two extraordinary women who transformed their respective fields. Thank you for watching this video. We hope you found it interesting. Tap on the link that pops up on your screen to catch up on your favorite celebrities. See you there.